Hi guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all. At the first meeting, I will discuss the lecture contract, syllabus, and distribution of presentation materials. Okay, next, course description. This course will focus on emphasizing the importance of students to understand the important role of leadership in realizing organizational success, inviting subordinates to be willing to give dedication to achieve organizational goals with maximum ability of employee. After studying this course, students are expected to know the difference between a leader and a manager and sometimes management. And then besides understanding how leaders set organizational policy and developing between organization and their followers, students are also expected to understand how to build relationship with existing stakeholders and make change within the organization. Learning objective in this lecture, in this one offers, students are able to explain the scope of leadership, demonstrate the role of leadership in the organization, have leadership spirit, and are able to work together in teams or teamwork. And the second, student will be able to determine and design decision-making method and competencies for leadership, delegation, and authority by adjusting regulation in the organization. And the third, student can analyze leadership style in an organization, organizational culture, how leaders solve organizational problems, and lead change in organization. And the last, student can analyze various forms of leadership in organization and design leadership qualities that must exist in an organization. And next, learning system, we use blended learning. And the first synchronous learning, we use Zoom or Google Meet. And the second learning, asynchronous learning, we use tutorial video, WhatsApp group, learning management system, Sunan, or Gmail. And the method learning, interactive learning, participative learning, discussion, problem-based learning, and then ceramah. Individual presentation through the Sunan forum during class hours. Then other friends can ask questions through the Sunan forum. Don't forget to mention your name and your number and the name when asking question. If the question is out of the context of presentation materials today, the presenter has the right to comment that the question is not related to the materials or question out of the context for the materials presented today, so that the presenter does not need to answer the question and the question fails in getting participation point. This is definition of problem-based learning in this lecture, managerial leadership. In class rules and regulation, just neatly and politely, it's clear, that when we go to college, we have to stay tie-dye. The goal in that we will be better prepared to absorb the materials given by the lecturer. Just flexible, you can take a shower and not shower, as long as when you meet online, it's neat and beautiful and handsome. Have an active Sunan account, join the class group or WhatsApp group, activate the camera during synchronous learning, and deactivate the microphone according to the instruction and condition. And the last, hundredly, is main. And the learning materials is this one, syllabus and lecture contract. And now, first meeting today, and the second, scope of leadership, third, leadership in organization, for the role of leadership and the nature of managerial work, and the next, leadership competencies, and the next, delegation of power and influence or authority, and the seventh meeting, leadership theory and style, and the our final meeting with me, midterm exam, and the next, decision making, organizational culture, fast ways of leadership in solving problems, and the 12th, the most important test of leadership in creating positive change, and how to understand the extra plus in leadership, and then 14, leadership type. It's different about leadership theory and style, and then leadership type. And the next, understanding the design and leadership qualities. And the final, we use final exam. Okay, next, simulation concept or virtual presentation. We will present using Sunan Media for sure the material is appropriate in RPS. And then because the presentation is online, of course, we will go through the editing stage and the upload the presentation video on YouTube channel or share on YouTube channel. The YouTube link was shared at the time of the presentation through the forum on Sunan. Okay, next, simulation concept of managerial leadership virtual group. Midterm session presentation material with me. I choose 4 group because in this class only 8 students. So I share 4 group. Group 1 discuss about the role of leadership and the nature of managerial work, and the Group 2, leadership competencies. Group 3, delegation of power and influence or authority. Group 4, leadership theory and style. And the several group is start by 4 week 4, and then final 7 week. Yeah, presentation materials are complemented and linked to case studies in company. And this final exam, before final exam, you can discuss several materials. In this one, decision making, organizational culture, fast ways of leadership in solving problems, and then the most important test of leadership in creating positive change. Start meeting 9 until 12 meeting. Next, this is a list of group name. Group 1, Anis Fadila. Group 1, Anis Fadila and Muammar. Group 2, Rika Yuliana and Erza Vinda. Group 3, Shirley Amria and Saskia Khoirum. Group 4, and the last group, Shirley Nailul Alfa and Ulia Kurnisa. Okay, and next, grading scheme. In this one, presents 10%, to individual and presentation task 15, participation 15, and midterm exam 30, and the final exam 30. It's so highly grading because midterm and the final exam we used to grading scheme in managerial leadership lecture. Okay, and the last reference we use to Danang Sunyoto and then Eka Fatona, Kepemimpinan Manajerial, publishing from Parama Publishing. In this handbook and the guidebook we use for managerial leadership, and then Danang Sunyoto and Eka Fatona, Kepemimpinan Manajerial, Parama Publishing. And then Badu, Syamsu, and Novianti Jafri, Kepemimpinan dan Perilaku Organisasi Ideas Publishing. I think enough. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.